Good afternoon, my people. Good afternoon. This is your girl Angie, and I am going to be cooking a couple things today. The first thing I'm going to be making is some macaroni and cheese. My aunt asked me about a good recipe for macaroni and cheese, so I'm going to make some macaroni and cheese. I'm also going to make some fried fish from Coop, Cooking with Coop. And this macaroni and cheese, I actually got it from Kara Shield's website or her YouTube channel of cooking mac and cheese when she was with her mom. And they made it, so I'm going to try their recipe right now. And Coop, she did some southern fried catfish, and I'm going to cook some, it's not catfish and it's tilapia, and I know a lot of people turn down on tilapia, but it's still good to us, to our family. And then I'm also going to do some shrimp boil in the foil and put it in the oven because I saw it on a great cooking YouTube. It was kitchen cooking YouTube. And then also my own famous crab legs that we're going to do. So we got a couple things that we're going to be doing, and we're going to eat good. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our macaroni. I already prepared your macaroni. I used a box of the macaroni. I already put some butter in it just because it was still warm. So I put the butter in it as well. And so next, what I'm going to do is add the cheese. Now, Velveeta box, it comes with this, so you can use this pack. So I'm going to use this pack of cheese, and I'm going to empty the packet, all the contents in this packet. But I'm also going to use Velveeta's shreds also to give it more cheese. Now you can make your mac and cheese how cheesy you want. You can add more cheese or less cheese depending on your. Okay, I'm using this Velveeta shells and cheese, and this is what it came with, the pack. But I'm also going to add my ingredients to make my homemade styled macaroni and cheese that Kara Shield was making. So I already put the cheese in here, and so you just blend the cheese into the macaroni real well. The more color of the cheese, the better it is, and to give it that flavor. And in the video they used Pet's milk, so I am going to use Pet's milk. Pet's milk is it gives it a sweet taste, and if you notice, I'm not going to use any salt because cheese has salt. And then when I boiled the macaroni, I put salt and butter in there. But I did add more butter, and I used about a 1/4 cup, which is 4 tablespoons of butter. So 1/4 cup of butter to give it that flavor. So I'm going to add evaporated milk in case y'all don't have Pet's milk in your city. You can always just get evaporated milk. Pet's milk has a sweeter taste and a buttery taste, so I'm gonna add that a little bit on there, and that is true what they were saying. And as I'm stirring, I'm stirring it to give it that flavor. And this is creamy. I'm add a little bit more, and they said about a can of this, but I'm not going to use quite this 12-ounce can. I used about, say about 9 ounces, okay, to make it a little bit more creamy. Okay. And then I'm gonna add egg, but I'm not going to just crack the egg and put it into the macaroni. I'm going to beat it. Now, Kiara, what did her mom say? Swish it. So we're going to swish the eggs or beat. I'm going to beat the eggs before I put them in there, and that gives it a better blend. So if you see me, I'm just blending. I'm just beating it and I'm gonna scramble it, as you would say. And I do scramble mine with the bowl kind of tilted to give it more density and to be the way I like it. Okay. So it's well scrambled, well blended. So I'm just gonna pour that in there. Okay. And you can see it and just mix it all together. So I'm going ahead and add some more cheese. So what's good with our macaroni and cheese? And I'm just using the Velveeta shredded cheddar flavor, and I also have the Velveeta Mexican blend. Okay, so I'm gonna use all of this in there. I'm just gonna pour it all in there. And then I'm gonna mix it to give it that flavor, that cheese flavor. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the cheese, which is the Mexican blend. Just a tidbit, because I do want to use some of this cheese to dress it. When I say dress it, I mean to pour over the top of it. Okay, so I just used a little bit more, and you can see, and you can make it how cheesy you want. Like I said, that's why they call it macaroni and cheese. And this is going to be put in the oven as well. Okay, just to blend it really, really well. Also keep it neat, like Miss Karen Clark, she has said. So we're gonna do that as well. And I can should you, so this is good. You can always add a little bit more cheese to it. I'm gonna add just a tidbit more cheese to it, just to give it a little bit more flavor. And then the only seasoning that we're going to be doing is pepper. And I'm going to add a little bit of more milk to it. Just a tidbit more milk. Okay. Now, if you always had a problem overcooking my macaroni, where it was too soft and so it wasn't coming out right. So my husband gave me a quick trip. He gave me a good tip on how to make some macaroni. So he's been doing that. All right. So the only thing season I'm going to add is pepper, and you can do a half a teaspoon of that, and also paprika. They were saying paprika. What is that? What she was saying? Paprika. It's paprika. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of that paprika. And so those are the only two seasonings that I'm using. Like I said, the butter has salt, the cheese has salt, and so you don't want to. And she did mention if some people do like sweet macaroni and cheese, you can add a hint of sugar if you so desire to make it. Okay, I think this is good. It's well blended, well. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is pour some of this over it. So that'll be my topping. Okay. One of the good indicators that your macaroni and cheese is, because we get ready to put it in the oven, is done, is that the brown is browning at the top. And also she used a good tip. If you could stick a knife in the middle of it and come out clean, then your macaroni and cheese is good. And I'm gonna cover it, and I'm gonna set the oven to 350, and I'm gonna wipe the sides of it. It's pretty clean, actually. I do a pretty good job of that. Okay. So this is the famous Southern macaroni and cheese that Kiara Shield and her mother Karen Clark Shields had made a YouTube video on, and so my aunt had asked me about a good macaroni and cheese. I said, well, I'll make that next, and so we're going to do that. And so the cooking time is, you put it on 350 and then you cook it around about for 40 minutes. That should be good enough. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put it on. I'm gonna put it on the second shelf. All right, and then we can move on to the next phase. So we'll come over here. Or do you want? You ready? Okay. All right. So next we're going to do the crawfish. I mean, not crawfish. Shrimp boil. So I use these already pre-cut foil. You can get these, or if you wanted to use the regular Reynolds wrap, where you just take them out and cut them yourself, you can. This has found it easier. So we're gonna do about 4 of them, and so I already pre-cut my sausages, and then my corn. On the video they use corn on the cob, but I decided I didn't want to use corn on the cob because it's a little bit big. So I'm just going to use regular corn and all. Okay, so I'm go ahead and start off with the sausage. Put the sausage in there, and I'm using smoked sausage. That I'm using. I'm using uncooked shrimp that is I deveined, I cleaned. It's already cleaned. Okay. Add a little bit more sausage to it. Okay. Also potatoes. It calls for potatoes. It said if you can wrap, you can put it in there. Okay. And then my corn, and then I had a spoon. Where did it go? Okay, on the floor. Okay, then I'm gonna add some corn to it. You can add a little, as much as you want to. I'm using probably about the size of a corn on the cob. I'm gonna season it. I'm using garlic powder, and before I season it, I have a lemon that I'm gonna squeeze on there just to give it that little flavor, especially for the shrimp. Paprika, of course. Also, this is a new one, True Lime. It's with lime, cilantro, and garlic. This is my first time using it, and I should have opened it before I started filming, but I just realized I didn't open it, so this is a new one. And I'm anxious to see what flavor this is gonna bring out. I'm also gonna use some of this in my fish as well. So that. And onion powder. And Saturn seasoning. Okay. Olive oil. I have the olive oil spray that you can use, or if you want to pour some olive oil in there. And the last but not least that you need to use is a slither of butter. So a slither of butter. Okay. So you're gonna fold this like so. So you want to fold it to where, and I'm using this pan because of the butter and because of the juice from everything of how it might come out. Okay, they call for 4. I might be able to make a good 3. Hopefully I can do more. Hopefully I can do 4, but I might have to do 3. So I'm just gonna go on and add more, and I'll be able to test it out to see. Maybe I'll make hopefully I'll be able to do 4, because I prepped for 4. So, and before I add my corn, which I should have done beforehand, I'm gonna squeeze some lemon juice on the shrimp to give it that good flavor. Have another one. Squeeze some lemon. And some people use their fingers to catch the seeds. You can do that. I've seen chefs do that as well, where they use the finger. They use their finger to catch the seeds. Okay. So I'm just gonna add some corn. Okay, and then I'm going to season again. And so we're gonna go through this process, and then we'll check back with you once everything is done. Well, no, once the macaroni and cheese gets done, we'll take that out, and then we'll go from there. By then, this should be almost done, and then we'll start frying our fish. And tell me what y'all think. If y'all suggest that I try things, I'm willing to try them. I'm being stuck in the house, so good Lord, I don't have nothing to do but cook, and I like to cook. I'm going to even try to make, but I am going to make some banana bread. Everybody's been doing their banana bread, so I'm going to make some banana bread. And I might have to use 2 of these. You might have to use 2 of these balls, which is fine, just to get the density of it. Okay. Alright, so I think I should be able to do, okay, yeah. I'm gonna wrap this over this. To be well prepared. Now you could use a longer pan, and you can certainly use more if you're going to have, say you're gonna have a family, say close. Remember, we're still in COVID-19. So say you're gonna have a limited amount of people coming, and you want to do something real special for them, and you want to try the crab boil, but you don't want to boil everything, and you don't want to be over the stove for a long period of time. This is a quick way that you can do this with a lot less amount of time, which is 40 minutes. And then you could still have the same taste, same great flavor as your broil of your shrimp. If you want to use crab, you can use crab or crawfish tails. So you can use crawfish tails. You can use any seafood that you would like to use in replace of the shrimp, or you can add to that. Like I said, because the sausage that's in here and the seasoning in here is going to give it that good creole flavoring that we're long missing, not being able to have, so we just bringing it into the kitchen. Okay, so I'm gonna finish that up, and then like I said, I'm gonna finish this. And so if you have it suggesting stuff, so once I come back, Okay, so you can see I did 4 of them, and I was able to make 4 of them out of this pan. I am using one of these Reynolds foil pans that you can use to put it there. Now on the video it said you want to do it to the temperature to 400 Fahrenheit. Since I already have my macaroni and cheese in there, I'm gonna go ahead and just add this in there, and then you can put on 400 and you cook this about 40 minutes. So it's about 40 to 45 minutes as well. Being though it's like 50 degrees less, so it's going to have to be cooked a little bit more time that is going to have to happen. Okay, so I'm going to put this in here, and I'm actually going to change out. No, I'm not going to change out. I'm just going to go ahead and put this on the top. Put this in there. And so while that is being made, I'm going to go ahead and prepare to fry the fish. And so on there, I'm going to season the fish, but also we're going to do some other things. So let's come over and let's go ahead and get the fish prepared to be fried. Alrighty, now we going to prepare tilapia. Like I said, I went on cooking with Coop. But also, if you would subscribe to my channel, give me ideas of what to prepare next, because I said I am open. So hit that subscribe button that's at the bottom of your thing, at the bottom of your screen. And I said thing. I'm country, yes I am. But anyway, so hit the subscribe button at the bottom of your screen. Give me your likes, give me your dislikes. Tell me what I should be cooking next. I am willing to try. Like I said, I'm gonna try to make. I am going to make some banana nut bread, and so y'all see the final results. Alrighty. So now I have my tilapia. It's cleaned. I washed it off, and I'm getting ready to fry it. But one thing that I'm gonna do different than Coop did was hashtag Coop Cool Cooking. I'm going to season my fish with lemon. So I have a cut up lemon. Some of the cut up lemon, if not, I can do it. Because what you do for one side, you do for the other. And so she kind of, all right. So I did one side of the fish, and I'm just gonna go ahead to the other side of it. And if seeds come out, you just pick up the seeds off of that. But I am going to season it with the fish, with the lemon first. So I'm pouring some lemon on there. I'm also using this True Lime, salt-free, with garlic, cilantro, and lime on here. I'm using that as well. And my batter is not going to have any seasoning because I'm going to use, I forgot what it is. I have to look at it. Okay. So I'm using garlic powder. I use paprika, garlic powder, and this is onion powder. And I'm going to use garlic powder. And then I'm going to use, okay, so I'm using this Louisiana batter season that has real lemon. I'm not going to put no seasoning in this batter, seasoning or this bread in, because it is already seasoned. So you don't have to double it. And because I seasoned the fish, you don't want it to have it too much seasoning where they can't enjoy the flavor of the fish. I know Coop, she used the crab oil and all that for the spiciness. I do like spicy, but like I said, the rest of my family, they don't care for spicy, so we're not going to do that. So I'm go ahead and put this in there. Put a couple of pieces in there. And I use a Ziploc bag. You can use a container. You can use a bag, but I found it easier to batter my fish using this. I am going to be using a deep fryer. You can use canola oil or vegetable oil. I'm using vegetable oil, and I do have my deep fryer that I'm going to be putting this on. And you want to make sure your oil is hot enough so when you start doing it, you can. So if you come in, I'm going to turn this light on because I'm coming over here. So this deep fryer that I have, I'm using this. And And so I'm just gonna plug it up. So we ready? All right. So now I'm going to fry my fish. I battered it with the breading. I coated it well, and like I said, I'm using I found like the Ziploc bag is better. So I'm putting it in there. You want to make sure your oil is hot. I know that Coop, she tested it with some breading first to make sure. You want to make sure it's really hot. It's not really hot. And I just put a fish in there, so we're gonna see. And I don't want to take the fish out. You can see it's boiling. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the other one. And then the finished product is going to be the fish, fried fish, and then crab boil, crawfish and shrimp boil. Shrimp boil should be ready. And then also the macaroni and cheese. Also want to mention, don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any other cool cooking ideas for me to try, go ahead and send them my way. We can try it. Okay. All right. So this fish is really hot. All right. Alrighty. So we'll be back in a moment. All right. So I fried the fish, as you can see it. Also the macaroni. Oh my God, this look good. And I said one indicator that you know that it's done, if you stick your knife through it and it come out, it's done. So that's the macaroni. We're gonna taste that. It looks good. And the fish is, oh my God, it's so good. To taste the fish, you can see the whiteness of it. How it is. This is good. Oh my God. This is amazing. All right. So while my shrimp and potatoes and sausages in there cooking, I'm gonna check on those. You can turn it. I didn't turn it over, but it's been about 40 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and take those out. That is so delicious. Oh my God. Okay, tell me what y'all think. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Alrighty. So now I'm taking out this. I'm gonna move this water, because then next we're gonna boil some crawfish. Okay, I mean not crawfish. I keep saying that, shrimp. So what I'm gonna do is take one, cut it open. You can see. Oh, that looks so good. You can see the butter in there. You can see the sausage. You can see the shrimp. You can see the potato. The potato is done. You can see that. Your shrimp. You can see your shrimp that is pink. When it's pink like this, it's done. See the potato. You want to cut. Try a potato and a shrimp. Come on. It's good. So I'm gonna put it in there a little bit more because the potato is a little bit hard. So it's okay. That I know that it still needs to be cooked some more. The potato does. So the potato's a little bit hard. So I put it on 400. I'm gonna put it back in there, but you can see your shrimp is getting done, all that is getting done. Okay. Alrighty. But you know your macaroni and cheese is good. So you want to taste it, Malachi?
Yeah.
That is just perfect. Look at that. Oh my God. This is good. Okay. All right, tell me how that. That fish is good. Alrighty. Now I'm gonna try it. Then we're gonna move on to so Kiki Sheard and Claire Garcia, thank you for this recipe of the macaroni and cheese. Like I said, if you want to know,
it's like it melts in your mouth.
It melts in your mouth. The butter, right? Because of the milk and stuff. And so you didn't need salt because, like I said, the butter has salt, the milk, and the cheese. Most importantly, because you put a lot of cheese. Okay. So now I'm getting ready to boil some or heat up some crab legs. Crab legs. So I'm gonna put a half a stick of butter in there. Cut this on. Okay.
Fire.
One thing I am going to add,
it smells absolutely amazing.
it does, doesn't it? We're going to eat really good. One thing I am going to do is add this nothing to mix this for this shrimp and crab boil. So I'm only going to use a teaspoon. I'm only going to use about a spoonful of this because this can be really, really spicy. So let me pour. Okay, so about this much. Some came in there. So all you need is about this much to add into your water. Okay. So I add the spoonful of crab oil, seafood oil, and I also did a half a stick of butter, which is about 4 teaspoons, into this pot. I'm gonna let this pot. Okay. So now you can see that the butter is almost melted on here. So you want to kind of have the butter melt and have this boiling before you put the crab legs in there, because you're only going to leave the crab legs in there for about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm gonna say about 5 minutes at the most, enough to get in that seasoning, and then as they're ready, you're gonna be taking them out. So I do have a whole bowl of this. We're gonna be eating this, and so and that's the real quick ingredient. And if you also want to add a little bit of lemon in here, you can, which I am, just to offset it a little bit. So I'm gonna put it. I'm actually going to squeeze the lemon, and I washed off the lemon real good. So I'm gonna squeeze that lemon in here, also to give it that flavor as they coming out, as the crab legs are coming out. So, and I just use a 1/4 of a lemon. Okay, I'm also gonna melt some butter for it, and I'll show you my secret of melting the butter. So I'm melt the butter, and then I'm gonna add some seasonings to it. So this is pretty much almost done. A little bit, you can see it. It's melting, and that's good. And so while that's melting, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button. Give your comments, suggestions. I do look at other websites and other YouTube channels and get their ideas. And if you have ideas that you want to send me, go ahead and send it to me. If you want to sponsor me, go ahead and send me that, DM me and say you want to sponsor me to do more channels and more things, okay? And as you can see, my hair is growing. I'm still using Wet n Wild. You can see it. It's growing. The spots are filling in a little bit. And so you don't see the spots. So my hair is filled in a lot from that also. So that's I'm still using the wild growth oil as well. And so my water is almost fit. Why are you laughing? Okay, so now let's go back to the cooking. That was my PSA. The water is almost boiling a little bit. You can see it. I have the heat, the fire on kind of medium, and so it should start boiling. If you wanted to speed up in the process, don't ever do this. It's hot. I didn't know this was hot. You could cover this and it could boil faster. Just boil my hands a little bit.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So you see we have our mac and cheese, our fried fish, crab legs, and then we're going to have our shrimp and sausage and corn boil. As you can see that it was cooking, but I wanted my potatoes a little bit more softer. So I put it back into the oven so it could cook a little bit more. So by the time I'm finished with these crab legs, my stuff in the oven should be ready because it is on 400 and it is cooking. And it's been about 40 minutes, but at first I had it on 350. So mainly when you have it on 350, you have to double the time. And then once the macaroni was done, I moved the temperature up to 400 so it could still cook. But if you're just cooking the crab, or not the crab, but the shrimp and sausage boil by itself, you could go ahead and put it into 400 Fahrenheit, and then it should cook within 40 to 45 minutes. I always say when the potatoes are soft, I don't like hard or firm potatoes. I like mine's kind of soft. And also the corn. And you saw the shrimp, it was cooking good. It had that pinkish color, but once it's completely done, it'll have that whole pink color, which I will show you. Okay, so I'm ready to put my I'm ready to put my all the water, all the butter is melted, so I'm ready to go ahead and just put these in here. So I'm just gonna put them in one at a time. I did wash them off and clean them off and get that one good. And you can see it boiling. So you just want to put them in there where they're covering the water to use these for. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna put this top back on it, and so they should be ready in about 5 minutes. When I come back, everything is going to be ready. We already tasted the fish and the macaroni, which was superb and delicious. And also I'm gonna show you my butter recipe, which I could have melted the butter. So when I come back, I'll melt the butter be melted, and so I can use our own little recipe that we have been using for years when we eat crab legs. It's very good, and it adds taste and texture to the crab legs because you can't just break them open and then season them. Well, you want to use the seasoning with the butter. That's the most important thing. So now my crab legs are done, and I melted some butter and I poured some in here because I was gonna show you what we use when we dip our crab legs. Okay, so I have some lemon that I'm gonna use. So you might be wondering, why am I using the lemon? To give it that lemon flavor. So I'm gonna mix it, but I'm also gonna add orange. I don't know if y'all know it, it's not the citrus and orange gives the crab leg that awesome flavor. Okay. You can use the pink salt, the Himalayan salt, or iodized salt for either one. I'm going to go ahead and use this pink Himalayan salt for the flavor, just because I've been using this one versus the iodized salt, the regular salt. Okay. And you just mix it, and then you taste it to see what is lacking. And I see it needs some more. Just a little bit more hint of lemon, some more orange to give it that flavor, that kicker flavor. You just want to taste it to see. You don't want it too salty, you don't want it too buttery. It's just right. Okay, so you could take one of your crab legs. These are easy. See how it just comes out? See how just easy that poured out? And just grab that. And that's good. Just crab leg by itself. Oh my goodness. I could taste the crab oil a little bit on there. And I could taste the butter flavor on there. Just because it gave it that butter flavor when I boiled them. I boiled them for like 7 minutes apart. So, yes, it gave it that flavor. Easy to take out. This was already done and this was kind of heating up. Now if you was boiling it fresh and it wasn't cooked, of course you're going to cook it a little bit longer. But next time you cook some crab legs, try the salt flavor and tell me what you think. Oh my god, this is so good. So now the shrimp and all that should be done. So let me take that out. And the potatoes should be more softer. Oh my god, that's so good. I don't have to clear my palate because this is good. Okay. So let me get a fork to open this up. Oh, look at this. Look how cute. Oh, the shrimp is well cooked. Look at the corn. The potato is done. See how easy that's coming off. That. Look at the sausage on there. I'm gonna taste the shrimp because I use that flavor. Oh, that is wonderful. That is wonderful. That is my cooking journey. Today we did crab legs, the shrimp boil with the potatoes and corn, macaroni and cheese, and our fish. Y'all wondering where's my green vegetables? We eat green vegetables every day. Today we're not gonna do green vegetables, but if I was to cook some green vegetables, most likely it'll probably be some green beans, because that would set it off, or some greens, which we do have some, and I'll probably just warm up to have that greenery taste of it, to have that green vegetables. Thank y'all for taking your time out to review my video. Again, tell me what you like. Hit the subscribe button down there at the bottom if you like it. If you want me to try new cooking food, different foods, give me that suggestion and I'll try it out and I'll post it. If you also want to sponsor me, you can. Just tell me what you think. Have a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy. Make sure you wash your hands. I know cities are opening up, but use some common sense. Try to stay inside most as you can because COVID-19 is nothing to play with and it is affecting everyone differently in that aspect. Well, thank you. Have a great day and God bless you. Whatever day it is. Today is Sunday, but you might review this on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Have a fantastic day. Bye.